Okay, so let's look at warm-up in Go Math, page 239. It's going to start with number 1. So the first thing that you always want to do is you want to label your A, B, and C. And the easiest one to remember is that, and the most important one to remember, is your C. Your C is always going to be across from your right angle symbol. Okay, so across from there is going to be this one. So this is your C, and it's called the hypotenuse. And it's going to be, it's always the longest leg for your right triangle. So I'm going to put that on there as well. It's the longest side, excuse me. Okay, so it's the longest side. Okay, so now we need to label our A and B. And we're going to do A here, and this will equal B. So this is a leg, and this is also a leg. So in the right triangle you have two legs, and they come together and create a right angle, and across from that right angle is your hypotenuse, which is your C. Okay, so now that we've labeled everything on our right triangle, we're going to write down the Pythagorean theorem formula. So that's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So we have our formula written down. Now we want to go back and look at our figure at our right triangle, and we want to substitute in the values that we're given, and then we're going to solve for the one that we don't have. So do we know what A square is? I mean, what A is?
No.
No. So we're just going to bring down our A squared. And we have plus. Do we know what B is?
Yes.
What is B? 21, and we're going to square it. And then the last one is C. Do we know what C is? Yes, it's right here. It's 35. So we have 35, and we square it. So all of the squares are just a part of the formula. So you always want to keep those there. Okay, so we're going to use a calculator. I'm going to get some help from you guys. So A squared plus, what is 21 squared?
8,800.
441?
441.
441. So now I need 35 squared.
1,225.
Excellent, 1,225. Okay, so now we have this equation. We've simplified our squared terms. Now we want to solve for our variable. So we want to get our variable by itself. So we're going to use inverse operations, and we're going to subtract 441 from both sides. And we subtract it from both sides to keep our equation balanced. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do the exact same thing to the other. So we have these zero pairs here. Zero pairs equals 0, so they zero out. And we're left with A squared equals, what is 1,225 minus, wait, hold on, minus 441. 784. So now we have A squared equals 784. Are we finished? No, because we want A and not what? A squared. So the inverse of squaring a number is taking the square root. So we're going to take the square root of both sides. The square root of A squared is A, equals the square root of 784, 28. So now we know the value of A, so we go back over here and we're going to label our right triangle. So A equals 28, and what's our, so it's what, meters? Okay, so then we label it, and that's it.